In a world where the camera once praised only one kind of body, one size, one silhouette, she dared to stand tall and say, beauty wears every shape. Meet Kayla Davies, the plus-size model and Instagram sensation who transformed her love for style into a global statement of body positivity. From battling self-doubt to walking her own digital runway, Kayla's journey isn't just about fashion. It's about freedom. And trust me, by the end of this story, you'll see why Kayla Davies isn't just changing the feed, she's changing the industry. Before the camera flashes, before the brand deals, there was just Kayla, a small-town girl with big screen dreams. Born in Australia in the mid-90s, Kayla grew up surrounded by art, music, and a mother who loved fashion, but often said the words, "Fashion isn't made for girls like us." That phrase stuck, not as a wound, but as a challenge. As a teen, Kayla faced what many curvy girls do: the quiet judgment of store mirrors and the louder voices of comparison. But she had something powerful, a love for creativity and a determination to show that curves could be couture. While some hid from the camera, Kayla turned it on, and the world was about to notice. Her journey started unexpectedly. At age 19, Kayla posted a casual mirror selfie wearing a thrifted dress and a confident smile. Within hours, her inbox flooded, not with hate, but with admiration. Brands began to reach out. Small local boutiques wanted her to model plus-size pieces. And suddenly, that little corner of her room turned into a DIY photo studio. Kayla didn't have fancy equipment, just natural light, tripod, and unshakable confidence. Her followers grew from hundreds to thousands, and soon, modeling wasn't just a hobby, it was a calling. But where there's spotlight, there's also shadow. And Kayla was about to learn that being visible isn't always easy. By 2018, Kayla's Instagram had exploded. She wasn't just posting outfits, she was posting truths. Captions about self-love, about fighting beauty standards, about not needing to fit in to be fashionable. Her hashtag, Curves Are Couture, went viral. Fashion brands from Australia to Europe noticed. She collaborated with Pretty Little Thing, Fashion Nova Curve, and Boohoo Plus, among others. Her posts weren't just product shots. They were mini manifestos. Bright colors, confident poses, and authenticity dripping from every image. Fans started calling her the confidence coach you never knew you needed. But while her followers saw perfection, what they didn't see was the pressure behind those perfectly lit photos. Kayla's rise wasn't without turbulence. With fame came scrutiny. Some accused her of glamorizing obesity. Others compared her to thinner influencers, questioning her place in the modeling world. For a time, Kayla considered quitting. But then came the message from a young follower in Brazil, saying, "Because of you, I wore a bikini for the first time." That changed everything. She realized this wasn't about her body anymore. It was about every woman who ever felt like she wasn't enough. So, she turned pain into purpose, and her brand into a movement. Kayla became a proud ambassador for body positivity and fashion inclusivity. Her mantra? Fashion for all. She began working with inclusive campaigns, highlighting that beauty isn't a number on a tag. She pushed for brands to use real bodies in advertisements, and her live videos often address topics like eating disorders, confidence building, and self-expression. In one viral clip, she said, "I'm not brave for wearing a dress. I'm just finally done apologizing for existing." That quote was reshared by major outlets and even featured in Women's Health Australia. With her voice louder than ever, brands began to see what audiences had known all along. Representation sells. By 2021, Kayla had amassed over 800,000 Instagram followers and partnerships with Sauvage X Fenty, ASOS Curve, and Fashion to Figure. She walked her first runway for a plus-size designer in Sydney Fashion Week 2022, a moment that went viral across TikTok. Her confidence, her poise, and that unmistakable glow. She wasn't just modeling clothes. She was modeling courage. Kayla also launched her own body-positive clothing line, KD Curve, featuring inclusive sizing from 6 to 28, promoting the tagline, "Style has no size." But who is Kayla when the runway lights fade and the camera stops clicking? Off camera, Kayla is known for her down-to-earth nature. She's a dog mom, a coffee addict, and a passionate advocate for mental health. In interviews, she said she loves vintage fashion, long beach walks, and journaling affirmations before bed. Despite her success, she maintains that social media should show both beauty and truth. One of her viral stories showed her unfiltered skin and natural stretch marks, captioned, "This is me, always was, always will be." Her authenticity only made fans love her more. And that's the thing about Kayla Davies. She doesn't just wear confidence, she creates it. Kayla's influence extends beyond fashion. She's part of a growing movement reshaping how media portrays beauty alongside icons like Ashley Graham, Paloma Elsie, and Precious Lee. But Kayla's contribution is unique. She blends relatability with rebellion. She's shown that an influencer can be vulnerable, outspoken, and glamorous all at once. Through podcasts, collaborations, and panel talks, she encourages young women to redefine self-worth in a filtered world. Her followers don't just like her photos, they trust her story. And as for what's next, Kayla isn't slowing down anytime soon. In 2025, Kayla announced plans to expand her KD Curve Edit line internationally with sustainable fabrics and bold designs inspired by real women. She's also hinted at a YouTube series where she interviews other curvy creators, celebrating stories that often go untold. Her dream? To host a Netflix fashion documentary exploring diversity in modeling. As she said recently, "When girls see someone like me thriving, it tells them your body is not your barrier, it's your power." And that's the spirit we celebrate here. Every walk, every curve, every chronicle. Kayla Davies' story reminds us that the runway isn't limited to the elite. It's anywhere confidence walks. She's more than a model. She's a mirror, reflecting what beauty really looks like when it's unfiltered, unafraid, and unapologetic. So, if this journey inspired you, if it made you see fashion, confidence, or even yourself a little differently, subscribe to Catwalk Chronicles and join our community of dreamers, believers, and changemakers. Because here, every story walks the runway, and every model, no matter her size, deserves her spotlight.